is high school football. Hello everyone and welcome to the Suncom Media NBA Sports Game of the Week. Bobby Ingles' Westside squad employs a somewhat different look offensively, but they are still a ground and pound offense. Highland travels east to the outskirts of Jonesboro and will open it up offensively as he attempts to stay in the upper tier of the 4A3 conference. It's the Rebels of Highland High School. It's the Warriors of Westside High. It's the Suncom Media NBA Sports Magazine High School Football Game of the Week.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Westside High School, the home of the Warriors. I'm Ryan Fletcher. Along next to me is Steve Clayton and Coach Randy Coleman as we are live here for another exciting edition of our weekly high school football game of the week. It is the Highland Warriors coming to town to take on, of course, as we mentioned, the Westside Warriors. Guys, conference game here in the 4A3. For Highland specifically, they got a lot to play for. They come in with only one loss in the conference and, still have a chance to make a lot of noise. The Warriors, on the other hand, as you will mention in the coaches show later on, senior night here, they got a lot to play for. Still, and we want to talk about them first, Steve.
Well, they're in an ideal situation because they have nothing to lose. No matter what Highland does tonight, they'll be playing next week for second place against Pocahontas. So hopefully for Westside, they're overlooking this game. Now, Westside, contrary to that, will try to control the clock. They'll try to keep the ball game in their hands, ball possession offense, keep it out of a very potent Highland offense.
And he talks about that potent Highland offense. Randy, it's the kind of offense I know you like, and we're going to get to see potentially a lot of it tonight.
Yeah, and it starts with Keegan Statler, over 800 yards rushing for the year. He's really a dual threat guy. He catches the ball well out of the backfield. Coming off a 1,600-yard rushing year, he's a really dynamic player. But, Coach Stowers, they spread it around. It's going to be fun to watch, but I'm almost looking forward to watching the single wing with Westside. Just the contrasting styles. I'm looking forward to it.
Well, I'm looking forward to it as well. You and I will have the call, Steve. You'll be down here on the field. Hopefully we'll get to you quite a bit tonight, and looking forward to it as well. Again, here at Westside, the Rebels and the Warriors on the Suncom Media NEA Sports Network.
For over 20 years, Central Dealerships has partnered with Suncom Media and NEA Sports to bring you live coverage of sporting events in Northeast Arkansas. From heated rivalry games to conference showdowns along with playoff championship action, Central Dealerships continues to showcase the best games that NEA has to offer. Remember, when shopping local, Central Dealerships have played a huge role highlighting local players. Just like Suncom Media and NEA Sports, Central Dealerships puts NEA student-athletes first.
Locally owned and operated since 1885, Barton's is your hometown building supply store, serving communities in Arkansas and Missouri. Barton's is here to help families and DIYers, contractors, and builders build it better with quality in-stock products at a great price. Our experienced store representatives provide free project measurements, design services, estimates, and convenient delivery. Visit your hometown Barton's or shop online at bartons-lumber.com.
everyone, and welcome to the Coaches Show. I'm here today with Bobby Engel, the head warrior. Coach Engel, always good to visit with you, but
Yes,
this
sir.
year's been kind of rough, but you got a lot of good things in the future, especially. Hopefully the future's real soon this week against Highland.
Yeah, it is. It's been a rough year for us. But guys are doing, they're working hard and playing hard, so that's all we can ask right now. So.
Well, in your offense especially, and it all starts once again behind center at quarterback. Talk to us about your quarterback position.
Quarterback's been Gavin Dotson all year long. He's a senior, done a really good job for us. Transitioning from running back to a quarterback position.
Where's number 21?
Yeah, where's number 21? So, but Gavin's done a great job for us all year long at quarterback, and, he's really durable and he's reliable and he's going to be here every day. So, he's a man that we can count on.
Now, talk to us about your backfield. What kind of backfield will you run and the personnel?
Yeah, the single wing, we're out of the three-back. I mean, it's still a three-back backfield.
Used to be a power eye.
Yeah, out of the old power eye that we used to run. But, Clay McMillan's been in the backfield. We have a variety of different guys back there. Hunter Drummond's has been back there. Dakota Neely's at the tight end spot. So, it's just a matter of who we want to put in, really.
Now, I don't want to call plays for you, but Gavin, if he throws the ball, who will be some of the targets out wide?
Usually he looks for Dakota Neely at the tight end spot. Tyson Young, who's a senior this year, come in from Nettleton for us. Wears number 7. He'll look for him a little bit. Cole Keaty's sitting out there at the wide receiver spot, number 9. He'll throw to him quite a bit too. So, he's got 2 or 3 different options there that he can go to.
Now, you know me and I know you. It's all played. The game's won and lost up front. Talk to us about your offensive line. Just go from left tackle to right tackle.
Well, it's, Parker Simpson's over there at left tackle. You got Bo Anderson. Jacob Moore's at center. Ethan Barnett, who's a junior this year. Him and Parker both are juniors. Well, really, the center's really the only senior we really got starting this year on the offensive line is Jacob Moore. Then you got it filled in by a bunch of juniors there that we'll get back next year, which is a good thing. So Ethan Barnett's up there, and like I say, Dakota Neely there at the tight end spot.
Now, we were talking off air a little bit. Your offensive line's a lot more active than they were last year. Last year was man-on-man, straight-ahead blocking, but this year you're moving around a little bit.
Yeah, we are. Coach Greenwell's doing a really good job of calling offense, and he's got those linemen pulling and kicking out, and, multiple linemen pulling at the same time. So, they're pretty active, and they, got to be mobile to do that. So they're doing a really good job of adapting to it, though.
Now, Westside, in years past, you played a lot of Ironman football with people going both ways. Is that the case this year?
Yeah, it's still the case this year. The depth-wise, we don't have enough depth to go just to offense and a defense. So usually our offense is our defense, and, most of the time. There's a few guys that's going to fill in that spot, but we just try to put the best athletes on the field at all times.
Talk to us defensively. Up front, who can we look for?
Up front, you're going to look for outside linebacker Tyson Young, number 7. Been a player for us all year long. Playmaker. He was sick last week out against Pocahontas. That really hurt us against them, not having an edge guy there. But Clay McMillan be your middle linebacker there. Also, he's been doing a good job. Him and Dakota Neely both have been doing a good job in the middle for us. So, those 3 seniors right there really set the tone up front.
Coach, you mentioned Pocahontas last week. This week is Highland, so you're kind of out of the frying pan into the fire.
Oh, yeah.
We'll be right back to talk about Highland. Stay right there, and you stay right there. We'll be right back with head coach Bobby Engel.
Thank you. Thank you for letting us be a part of your family and for trusting us with the ones you love the most. Thank you for allowing us to be a part of those lifelong memories. Thank you for taking us on the job and for putting us to work. Thank you for choosing us for your first vehicle and for every vehicle after. Thank you for trusting us for 70 years.
At Roof Raiders, we never start with pushing a contract in your face, because our first job isn't selling anything, it's protecting you in a time of need. Like supplying tarps or stopping leaks, our first duty at Roof Raiders is to help. Every mission for us starts with response and ends with unconditional satisfaction. Count on it and count on us. Roof Raiders, always on top.
Whatever might happen next. If Gavin gets a sudden fever, if Dad hurts his knee, or Gabby isn't quite feeling like herself, St. Bernard's Urgent Care is here for them, and here for you too. From real-time online wait times and extended hours to expanded services, we will never stop advancing urgent care that really cares. St. Bernard's Urgent Care.
Hey, welcome back to the Coaches Show. I'm joined by the head warrior, Bobby Engel. Coach Engel, we kind of into the first section, throwing it to Highland. What can we expect out of the Rebel football team?
They're big and fast. Well coached, obviously. Coach Stowers, graduated at Highland. He's part of that semifinal team. I was coaching when he was quarterback over there against them, and he's done such a wonderful job over there. Those kids have bought into him, what he wants done. He's a great coach, great young coach, and can't say just a whole anything bad about Coach Stowers. He's done a great job.
Now, what can we look for offensively from Highland, or what do you look for them to do offensively?
Yeah, and it's so much. I mean, they'll spread you out. They'll get in a trip set. They'll get in the empty set. They'll get in bunch sets. But then they can bring it back in and run the football too. They got a good quarterback. He can throw it pretty good, but he also has a good set of legs. And I know Coach Towers, his brother, has transitioned out of that quarterback role into a wide receiver, role over there for them, and he's doing a great job out there. So the quarterback's going to throw it to him quite a bit too. He's got good hands, and they throw and catch the ball really well. So it's just a matter of us just needing to be exactly where we need to be at that time and make sure we're in the coverages we need to be in.
Now, obviously, they can throw the football. When they run the football, is there a key back?
They're one running back that sits back there. Not sure on his name, but he's a good running back. He's fast. He's shifty. He runs the ball hard. Runs it like DJ Coffey did last week at Pocahontas. I mean, they're good, hard runners. They've got great speed, but they'll run you over if you step in their way too.
Now, Highland defensively, I'm assuming you're going to expect at least 8 in the box.
Oh yeah, we expect them to be in a 6-2, or 5-3, either one, cover 3. It's just a matter of us doing our jobs up front and getting assignments, and make sure the guys that are pulling, make sure we get the kickouts, and we'll try to open some holes for some running backs.
Well, Coach, I'm a big Warrior fan. Anything, this won't air until right before the game. Any tricks up your sleeve or anything special here on senior night?
You never know what we might do. You never know about the reverse or the reverse pass or anything like that. We got to open it up. We got to keep those guys on their toes. So we'll throw something in there.
What about specialists? We didn't even talk about your kickers and returners and all that.
Gavin Dotson usually is back there deep for us. Sophomore Caden Purvis, who's got some speed, is usually back deep for us returning kicks. Clay McMillan did kicking duties last week, did a really good job with that. And, he's a left-footed kicker, so the ball comes off the foot a little bit different. We'll onside kick a little bit and see if we can get the ball and keep it out of their hands.
Now, Coach, we talked a little bit off air. Your junior high is rolling. The future is very bright, but I know the future right now is Highland, and you're worried about them. But talk to us a little bit about the junior high squad.
Yeah, we have a really good athletic bunch in junior high. They play hard. They've bought into the system that we're running. Good group all together. They get along well, and they're going to bring us something to the table. Eventually once they get up there that we're looking forward to for sure.
But it's all about right now tonight. Coach, I wish you the best of luck
Yes, sir.
in Highland. You stay right there. We'll be right back with a little more pregame. This was Coach Bobby Engel.
Westside Athletic Booster Club. We're the team behind the team. Becoming a member of the Westside Athletic Booster Club is a rewarding and valuable contribution to the Warrior Nation, our school, and most importantly, our student athletes. The purpose of the club is to promote athletics at Westside High School in an atmosphere that is consistent with the educational philosophy of the school community. Check out our Facebook page for more information on how to become a member. Westside Athletic Booster Club. We're the team behind the team.
At Gateway Tire, we go the distance.
Think you have a brake problem? Do you hear a grinding or squeaking noise? Or does your steering wheel shake and shimmy when you apply the brakes? Worse, your vehicle doesn't stop when you need it to? If so, Gateway Tire will do a complete brake inspection at no charge, as in free. And if you do need brake service, you'll get $20 off per axle.
At Gateway Tire, we go the distance for you.
Southern Home Healthcare is your on-call home health care provider. Practically any home medical supply or service you need, you will find at Southern Home Healthcare. They feature home oxygen, walkers, wheelchairs, CPAP machines, braces, and more. And if you can't come to them, they'll come to you. On call 24 hours a day, 932-0990, 2925 South Caraway Road. Southern Home Healthcare, solutions for your home healthcare needs.
Welcome to Warrior Field, and tonight as the Highland Rebels travel to Westside to take on those Warriors. This is Suncom Media presenting the game of the week, and we've got a high-powered Rebel team powered by Keegan Statler, looking to secure a number 2 playoff seed in the playoffs coming up here in 3 weeks, and you got Westside Warriors on senior night, and we're going to throw it down to Steve Clayton.
Okay. We're going to actually stay right here, Randy. Ryan Fletcher here, and Randy Coleman does color with us. Done a tremendous job. This is game 2 or 3 for you, Randy?
Game 2.
Game 2. Wow, it feels like it's been longer than that already. So it's late in the year, though, right? Cool conditions here tonight. Not quite as cold as it was this morning, but not much of a wind at all. I don't expect that to be a factor. And, of course, as you see there out at the center of the field, they are making the determination of who's going to get the football to start this game. And I haven't seen a signal.
Looks like Westside won the toss and is going to take the ball.
Well, there you go. Give me the ball first. And, talking about Westside, they're a team that is absolutely going to run the football. They're going to try and shorten this game, Randy. And I think that's going to be a key component for them, keeping the ball out of the hands of the Rebels.
No doubt. And I think, when you take the ball to start the game, you're looking to put together a long drive, eat up a lot of clock, keep Highland off the field as much as possible. And I think that's a good strategy Coach Ingles implying here tonight. And, I can't wait to see this single wing in action, and it's going to be fun to watch.
Yeah, a key component for Westside, obviously, is to keep the ball in their hands, not turn the football over. And, senior night here tonight, Gavin Dotson, the starting quarterback, he is a senior on this team. So, and I want to say that Coach Ingle has even moved up some freshmen. Now, whether or not they'll play tonight, I don't know. But they talk a little bit about in the pregame, Steve, and Coach Ingle do about, the future being bright. They had a really successful junior high season this year. So, it is senior night. They're going to get those guys in, but we could see some freshmen.
Yeah, and that's always a fun time of year when you move those guys up and let them get a taste of what Friday nights are like, because, you see them bust through that banner, and this is what it's all about. High school football doesn't get any better than this, and, looking forward to this. And, you mentioned Gavin Dotson. I'm looking forward to watching Tyson Young, the halfback for Westside. I've watched some games this week, and he is really explosive.
All right, we're going to send it now down onto the field to Steve Clayton.
going to try to get the ball to start the game with that ball control offense. Keep it out of Westside's hand. Randy, Ryan, there's a good crowd here. Highland brought their pep band. It's senior night on the Westside side. A lot of energy on the field. It ought to be a great football game. So let's get it started. Back to y'all in the booth.
Good job as always, Steve, and we are just a few seconds away from the opening kick here. I want to thank Randy for saving me there just a second. I was running a little bit late to get up here to the booth. I parked on what used to be the visitor side, and I did not realize, not because I wasn't told, but from lack of listening, that changed. And so I've gotten my steps in tonight, Randy. I'm a little short of breath.
Well, try to prep me a little bit the next time. I know. We'll get it figured out. Hey, the main thing tonight is watching some high school football. There's nothing better.
No doubt about that. A good crowd here tonight. Highland's got a late arriving crowd, but they are filling the stands up, and Westside's got a good crew as well. And we are just about ready for the opening kick by Keegan Statler, and that one kicked fairly deep. It's going to land at about the 10, and here comes the return. He's met with a slew of tacklers as he crosses the 30-yard line, and they'll spot it around the 32. But I see some excitement from the Highland Rebels heading over to the sideline.
Yeah, and, that's a good return. Starting the ball about the 31-yard line for Westside. Once they cross the 40-yard line, even on their end, they're getting into four-down territory, and you just eat that clock away.
Well, no doubt about that. It'll be interesting to continue to watch to see how Dodson and the Warriors manage the clock. And that's an immediate run and a handoff that goes nowhere. A little misdirection, it looked like.
Yeah, Hunter Drummond's on the carry tonight, and folks are going to see this single wing that Westside runs, with the good old spinner back at the quarterback position, and you'll see Gavin Dotson spinning around, and that misdirection, trying to find the ball, it is tough on a defense.
No doubt about that. Now, of course, Highland's going to line up in what probably like a 6-2, 5-3. That's going to be hit for a loss right there.
Yeah, definitely coming into the week, Highland's going to bring probably a D-back out, put an extra lineman in, and try to stop the run, because one thing when you're a single wing, too tight, full house backfield, you want to control the ball by running it. And the one thing you're not comfortable doing is throwing it. And if you can force them into third and long like we've got right here, it plays into Highland's advantage.
No doubt about that. It is 3rd down and 14 with 10:49 to play here in the first quarter. And let's see what the Warriors have up their sleeve. It looked like possibly the Rebels might have jumped. There's two guys. Is it a false? No, it is an offside penalty, and that'll make it 3rd and 9.
Yeah, you see Westside kind of doing similar to what the old Dallas Cowboys used to do, where the linemen get a late set right before the snap, and especially early in a game, defensive linemen get kind of twitchy, and you can get somebody to jump.
They come out with two receivers to the right side of the field. Send them tight end in motion. And they're going to throw a quick pass. It is caught and then dropped. He had it in his hands, and Randy, big number 7 right there, had an opportunity, Tyson Young, to turn it up the field and potentially get a first down on that play.
Yeah, and I mentioned him in the pregame. I really like what he can do with the ball in his hands, and yeah, you're right. He had a lot of green grass to run. Possibly could have got a first down right there, but now they bring on the punting unit.
That they do. With 10-11 to go here in the opening quarter. Had two running plays that were both for losses. Now they'll punt the football. It is low. It will take a roll in the favor of the Warriors, and the Rebels opt to pick that one up, and they turn it into a gain. Kind of surprised they picked the football up.
Yeah,
right
that's
there.
One of those things as a coach, you're going, no, and then go. Good play there by number 3, Ronnie Brewer. Probably taking a little chance there, but he makes a good play on it and gets the ball across midfield.
Rebels are going to get the football in Warrior territory at about the 48-yard line, so excellent field position on their opening possession.
Now you're going to see a little bit of a contrast here where you saw the full house backfield here. They're going to be spread out all over. They're coming out in 11 personnel to start the game, so it's going to be interesting to see what they do.
Oh, the handoff, and a gain. Spins forward, crosses the 45-yard line, so a gain of several yards is going to make it second and short.
Yeah, a little counter play there, running to the single receiver side, trying to get a little numbers advantage, but a nice little gain on first down.
Statler out of the gun. Throw over to the right side, and that one is complete, and a gain of several yards, first down, and then some for the Rebels.
Yeah, and a nice throw there by Austin Christie to Zach Huckabee, moving the chains, just a little hitch route on the outside, and nice throw and catch and getting the first down.
That's a correction. Christie out of the gun. He now goes handoff to Statler, and he's going to be a gain of several over on the sidelines. Out of bounds he goes. A gain of several for the Rebels.
Yeah, Keegan Stadler, he's going to get the ball a lot tonight. Anytime you can get 2nd and 5 or less, that opens up the playbook.
Christie looking over to the sidelines. He's got a man to his left and right now. Tacks 2 over to his right hip. This time he's going to keep, and he's hit hard.
Yeah, they little freeze play there to take a look at the defense, and Mr. Austin Christie, it's just a little keeper. They get 2 backs on the right side and just run a little power play with the quarterback. Now we got 3rd and short.
3rd and 2.
But definitely in 4-down territory right here.
8:53 on the clock. Eight seconds on the play clock. Christie gets it off. He'll hand off, up the gut, first down, headed to the end zone. Did he cross the goal line? And I've not seen.
I think he's going to be a little bit short there, Ryan. He tried to stretch the ball across the end zone. Now they're going to hurry up.
All right, back out of the gun. They're going to go right back to the same play, and that is a touchdown for the Rebels. And it didn't take long at all, a 48-yard drive, and the Rebels are on the board at 6-0.
Yeah, and you saw, out of the plays there were 2 that Austin Christie won where he threw a pass for a first down, another where he kept it on short gain, but the rest of it was Keegan Stadler, and now he's kicking the extra point. So Keegan Stadler is a great athlete, and we're going to see a lot of him tonight.
Extra point. No, they lose that one. Picked up, he's dropped, and there will be not even an attempt. It's 6-0 Highland here on the Suncom Media NEA Sports Network.
It's hard to get to the top. But how do you stay at the top? Hard work every day. Central Dealership has the same philosophy. I'm Austin Reeves, and I'm proud to be part of the Central team.
Back here at Westside High School, 8:18 to play in the first quarter. The Highland Rebels leading this one 6-0 on about a 1-yard touchdown run, and failed an extra point attempt on looked like a bad snap. So the Warriors are ready to receive the football. Statler will kick. That one is a low liner. It's going to be fielded, and he will get around one defender. He will not get around the other 2. Driven out of bounds goes Anthony Goodwin.
Yeah, Anthony Goodwin on a good little return there. Looks like might have got away with the face mask there. It looked like when he tried to make a cut back inside off the sideline, a Highland Rebel may have caught a face mask there, but they get away with it.
Right over there by the Rebel sideline where Coach Sterling Stowers is leading this team. Stowers has done a tremendous job in, I believe, year 2 for the Rebels. Looked like somebody jumped, and they go with a carry, pickup of a few. First positive pickup for the Warriors tonight, and that's Hunter Drummond's.
Yeah, that's one thing you're going to see a lot of. You know, you've basically on every play got 3 guys going in all different directions, and that time it's a little trap back inside to the slot back. So now they're in 2nd and 1, and Westside's, in business here.
This time the quarterback keeps, and he's going nowhere.
It looks like by the spot of the official, it's going to be still no gain there, and it's going to be 3rd and 1.
Yep. Third, they're saying on the announcer said 3rd and 2. That looks a little more like a yard from right here, does it not, Randy?
It looks like a yard to me, and I would venture to guess you're going to get a little bit of the same right here, too.
This time they go handoff to big number 45. That is
Clay McMillan there on the carry. And, you'll see a lot of these Westside Warriors on both sides of the ball. He's one of their inside backers on defense. And, nice hard run right there to get the gain for the first down. And now Westside is able to do what they want to do and control the clock.
6:50 now on the clock, 5 on the play clock. McMillan gets the football again. He cuts back. He'll gain yards. As he crosses the 45-yard line, it'll be spotted at about the 47.
Yeah, that'll bring up a 2nd down and 5 here. And again, similar to what Highland did offensively, if you can get 2nd and 5 or shorter, you're offense, the playbook opens wide open. You may be able to take a shot. They're close to 4-down territory right here, too.
Quarterback goes. And he will get across the 50. They'll spot him at the 48. That's a first down. And the second first down of the night for the Warriors.
Yeah, the Warriors get their second first down of this drive, and now they're doing what they want to do. And it's interesting what Gavin Dotson does just about on every play by spinning there. So he's spinning and faking and then taking it up the middle for hard-earned yards there and a first down for Westside.
We'll keep it again, and this time crosses the 45. They'll spot him at the 43. Dodson continues to push forward.
And I think, right there you're seeing the Westside Warrior offensive line really control the line of scrimmage, get a push, and Gavin gets some yards there to give us a 2nd and 7.
That's, for some reason, 2nd and 4 on the scoreboard, but you're right. It is 2nd and about 7 yards. They're going to go with a carry and pick up of a few.
Yeah, and that's the 3rd play in a row that we've seen the same spin and run up the middle for Gavin Dodson. 3rd and 5. We're in 4-down territory. So, you got 2 yards to pick up 5. Coach Engel is definitely right here looking at something that is going to run the clock, okay, and, that's positive. Any type of negative play might put you in a punting situation here, but, Westside tends to keep that power between the tackles.
4:30 on the clock, and it looks like the Rebels jump. There's a bunch of them. That's throwing them off, Randy.
Yeah, that little late set by the offensive line, again, if you're wanting to get a good jump off the snap as a defensive lineman, where you can extend your arms and find the football, And you get a little twitchy in there, and it's hard to control that sometimes.
Well, a new set of downs, 1st and 10. They hand the ball off to number 13, and that is Hunter Drummond's.
And Keegan Statler on the tackle there. You're probably going to see him, a little bit on defense tonight. He won't play just a whole lot depending on how many carries he's getting offensively, but just a phenomenal athlete. Saw the play from snap, got penetration, and a loss of yards for Westside.
Lots of clock has come off here in the first quarter. They'll go to Drummond's again. He will get a gain. It's going to make it 3rd down and, I don't know, probably about 6, 7, you think, Randy?
Yeah, Hunter Drummond's right there, gets a gain of 5, and now it looks like by the marker it might be a 3rd down and 5.
That's what they say on the board.
And again, they run the same play 2 plays in a row. I love it when coaches come back to a play. Even when it was a negative yard the first time, they come right back at it, get the positive.
Uh-oh, that one is a loose football. Quickly gobbled back up by Dodson, but that is a loss for the Warriors, and now it's 4th down.
Yeah, it looked like the same play again for the 3rd straight play. And, Highland, a little drop of the snap, throws off the timing for Mr. Dodson as he spins. Now we've got 4th and 7. What are you going to see here? We're going to see some type of reverse, some type of play action. A little bit out of the comfort zone of Westside.
Quick pass over the right side, similar to the last time they had a 3rd down. This is a 4th down situation. That's going to be close. And I think they got the 1st down, Randy.
That is going to be very close. Looks like they're going to stare at it just a little bit.
No, they're going to measure. How about that? I thought they had the 1st down, but they will measure. It is going to be very, very close. This time, Tyson Young secures the football. He shook one tackler. And I'm confused on what – I think Westside believes they've got the 1st down and does not realize there's going to be a measurement. Here it comes.
Oh, this always makes you nervous as a coach on both sidelines. I think he's got it.
We're about to find out. I believe he does.
1st down by about half a football. And again, that was the play they went to on the first drive. This time Tyson Young makes a great catch, gets just enough for the 1st down. And you look right here, and there's 2:16 to go in the quarter.
That time on a sweep to Young. Young met by several defenders, but there's a late flag. I'm beginning to wonder if that might have been a face mask.
Yeah, I mean, just the kind of where it went at the end of that play, it looks like a face mask. Yep. So that'll give Westside another 1st down, as the clock will continue. That's just one of those incidental face masks. It's a 5-yard, but 1st and 5, and Westside is rolling here.
2 minutes, 3 seconds left here in the first quarter. 6-0 Highland, but Westside driving. Line up, sending Young in motion. This time Dodson keeps. Dodson gets a couple, maybe 3 yards, and it's going to make it 2nd and short.
And that's Kalai Tuckanong there on the tackle. And Coach Stowers said before the game that Kalai got his first offer this week from Coffeyville, which is a junior college in Kansas that sends a lot of people D1 down the road. And you look at his body, and he has definitely got some D1 potential. Both those guys in the middle there of the Highland defense are very good-looking kids and great size.
This time, handoff to, and there's a flag. That might be a hold. The handoff went to Henson, but where the flag was at, this may be bad news for Westside.
Yep, and you just hate that for Coach Engel and the Warriors because you got a good drive going. You get a face mask to put yourself in a 1st and 5. You don't gain anything on the next play, but you're still feeling good with a 2nd and 5, and then you get the flag, and now you're going to have 2nd and 15. Just a little bit of a momentum killer. Now you're looking for something explosive to try to get a gain of 10 yards or more to try to get Westside keeping the ball and try to get some points on the board.
Well, and you got to firmly believe it's 4 down territory, so they've got 3 downs to play with, but you've got to get some yards right here. They're going a quick pass, and it is ruled incomplete. It was nearly intercepted.
Yeah, just a little out route there by the slot receiver and or the tight end, actually, is what it's either that slot back or the tight end, and just a little bit out of reach. Highland defender almost came up with an interception there.
He sure did. So now it's 3rd down and long, 53 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Westside goes with a run that will result in a small gain. It's going to be 4th and long and a little extracurricular activity going on after the play. No flags.
No flags there, and now you got 4th and 11. And, Westside's going to have to put the ball in the air. They will not have to run a play before the end of the quarter, and it's looking like Coach Engel's going to take this to the quarter.
Well, and, that's part of the Warrior attack right there is to control the clock. And Randy, they've had the football since the 8.5+ minute mark. And so we will end the first quarter. We are going to go down to Steve Clayton for a quick end of the quarter report. Correction, we're going to send it to commercial break, and we'll be I apologize. I thought we were going to
go. As they scripted, ball control, trying to keep Highland's offense off the field. They need to get the ball in the end zone and figure out some way to stop this very effective Highland offense. A good quarter for the Warriors.
Well, and surprise, folks, there's 14 seconds left on the first quarter clock. So 6-zip. We've got a field goal attempt going up. It's going to be way short, and that will give the Rebels the football 6-0. Randy, I don't blame the attempt to try to get some points on the board.
No doubt. I mean, it's a chance to get points, but it's also a chance for a kicker to see kind of where the distance might be. And it wasn't a bad attempt. It was really a good attempt. Almost got a roughing the kicker out of it, which would have been a first down.
Yeah, what a turn of events that would be. The Rebels have the football out of that spread. Then the Twins to the left and a lone receiver over there to the right side. Christie looking to throw this time. He's looking to now scramble as he's pushed out of the pocket. There's positive yards, but there's a flag in the backfield. That might be a hold.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a hold on the offensive line. Just, when a quarterback scrambles on a pass play, it kind of puts the offensive lineman in a precarious position because they're trying to protect, and then as that defender tries to come off the block, a lot of times that offensive lineman is wondering what's going on, tries to hold that block a little too long, and this time he gets caught for holding.
So 6 seconds now. It'll be 1st and 20. Could be the final play of the first quarter.
And that will send it to the end of the quarter there.
It sure will, and that will finally send us to the end of the first quarter and a break. It is Highland 6, Westside nothing on the Suncom Media NEA Sports Network.
Locally owned and operated since 1885, Barton's is your hometown building supply store, serving communities in Arkansas and Missouri. Barton's is here to help families and DIYers, contractors, and builders build it better with quality in-stock products at a great price. Our experienced store representatives provide free project measurements, design services, estimates, and convenient delivery. Visit your hometown Barton's or shop online at bartons-lumber.com.
I know the EV autos are new and customers have a lot of questions. The EVs can be perfect for some customers, but they hesitate to buy one. Listen to this. The all-new Chevrolet Blazer, over $50,000 price, you can lease for as little as $399 per month. You will have questions and we can give you the details. This is the way to drive a new EV for $399 per month with a small initial fee. At the end of the lease, turn it in. Glenn Sane, and God bless our troops.
Back here at Westside, start of the second quarter, they'll flip sides of the field, and a couple of score updates. Pocahontas leading 6-0. Jonesboro leading 7-0, and then Randy, you've had an update there on the Newport Hoxie game.
Yeah, Newport is winning 8-7 early in the first against Hoxie.
And look at this, a big run for the Rebels, and that is Keegan Statler.
You know, so you got 1st and 20. You run outside zone with Keegan Statler, and now you've got yourself a 2nd and 4. So Highland does a really good job of kind of getting themselves out of that, out of what the penalty did to them. And now they get Westside to jump. So it looks like we're going to get a first down out of it for the Highland Rebels.
And another score update over at Valley View, crosstown rivalry. Nettleton coming to take on the Blazers. Valley View is up 14-0. Had the ball in the red zone and turned the football over. And we've got a whistle on the snap. What do we got right here?
I'm thinking that was an instance where the officials were not ready after that, after the first down. It's a good thing that a lot of times they'll call delay a game on the offense on that, but they just reset it. Here we go, 1st and 10 with 11:37 to go.
All right, back out of the gun is Christie. Christie will hand off to Statler. Statler cuts back onto the inside. Now gets over to the edge, and Statler down the sidelines. He will finally be tripped up out of bounds as he crosses the 30 down to the 26-yard line.
Yeah, and just a great little jump cut there by Keegan Statler where he looks like he's cutting it inside and then makes the cut out and then, shows off some speed and Westside finally gets him down, but Highland is near the red zone.
Quick pass over, complete, cut back, headed to the end zone. Can he get in? It's a touchdown, and that was by number 5, Nate Huckabee.
Yeah, and that's got to feel good for Coach Stowers. That's brother Nate Huckabee there. Just a little simple go route on the outside with an out route by the slot receiver. Nice little throw and catch from Austin Christie to Nate Huckabee.
I didn't realize this, but Zach, I know, is his brother, and there's 2 Huckabees on this team. So does he have 2?
Yep, one's a sophomore and one's a senior. Well, I take that back. Nate is a
cousin.
Nate is an 11th grader.
Okay. Oh, look at this play right here, and it's going nowhere. There's an interesting play call, and would have been neat to see it turn out, but it did not.
Yeah, that's the old tackle screen. So you sprint out one way and throw it back as long as that offensive lineman gets back deep enough where it's a backwards throw. He's eligible to make that catch, but Westside read that the entire way and snuffed it out.
So it's 12-0. We'll take a break and be back here in just a moment. Actually, we are going to stay right where we're at, folks. 11-18.
Now, this is a point of the game where Westside did a good job of controlling the clock in the first quarter, but got no points out of it. You know, Highland failed the PAT on the first touchdown and then didn't convert the 2-point conversion on the second touchdown. Still within 2 scores for Westside, but they've got to get something going here, or, you know, this game could get out of control if it got to a 3-score game.
They'll boot that one deep. It's fielded and upended at about the 25-yard line. And that is where the Warriors will get going.
Yeah, a nice kick again by Keegan Statler. You know, just a guy that's kind of doing everything for him. Playing linebacker, playing running back, and kicking off. He's probably good at ping pong and darts and golf. And, you know, you kind of hate those guys. I'm saying that sarcastically, but he's a phenomenal athlete.
This one had me fooled, and that's going to result in a nice pickup for the Warriors close to the first down, and I think they've got it.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that's really hard to coach a lot of football players is carrying out a fake. But, you know, when the number one, you know, is carrying out that fake, that's Ashton Henson. You know, both of us are sitting there watching him thinking he's got the ball, and they've run the other way.
Yep, no doubt about that. It completely had me fooled. This time, Dodson keeps. He is stuck and had nowhere to go. That tackle made by Tokanon.
Yeah, and Hunter Christie's back there too. You know, you're starting to see some names there, but and Aiden Daggett's back there as well. And Aiden Daggett, 6'5", 332 run. That's a few Big Macs at McDonald's.
10:06 to go. This time the handoff goes to the running back, who's going to turn it up the field, pick up several yards, and close to the first down. That, yet again, is a nice run by Henson.
Yeah, and that's the play that they faked a moment ago, and this time he keeps it, you know, with what I would call an explosive play. Any run over 10 yards, you know, would be an explosive play, and you know, right there they kind of get themselves out of a hole and get another first down and keep that clock moving.
It's a little reverse misdirection, whatever you want to call that, and a gain of maybe a yard or two. What do you call that play right there, Randy?
Well, it's really kind of an inside handoff, so you could call it kind of an inside trap, but that time he bounces it outside, and you know, it's one of those things where, you know, you got a fake behind the quarterback as he spins and a give inside. You know, just a great job of Highland being disciplined, holding Westside to a 2-yard gain.
The spin move just completely throws me. And it's meant to. It's meant to throw the defense off, right?
There's no doubt. And there's, you know, a lot of the philosophies that have gone to the gun and you know, kind of was bridged by the wing tee and the option, you know, by split backs, you know, in the 70s and 80s, were all started by the single wing. And so you're seeing, you know, Westside do that. You know, one thing that's kind of interesting is the single wing has become really a popular offense in Arkansas.
Mm-hmm. It's going to be well short, and it'll be a gain of maybe a yard, but it's going to be 4th down and long, 4th and 6, 8:05 to play, and now the Warriors.
Well, one thing that I saw Westside do this week as I was watching film, you know, Gavin Dodson will punt the ball from the quarterback position. So, you know, Coach might see what kind of look he's going to get and then decide what he's going to do.
Trying to see if they can maybe draw him off sides. 7:30 now. There's still lots of time on the play clock, 15 seconds to be exact, and now we've got a whistle and a timeout for Westside. So with 7:24, it's 12-0 Highland. We'll take a break and be back in just a moment.
If it seems like our roof raider trucks are everywhere,
Well, we kind of are.
at Roof Raiders, we're always helping our customers and our community. We're always on call, always on the move, always on top.
Whatever might happen next. If Gavin gets a sudden fever, if Dad hurts his knee, or Gabby isn't quite feeling like herself, St. Bernard's Urgent Care is here for them, and here for you too. From real-time online wait times and extended hours to expanded services, we will never stop advancing urgent care that really cares. St. Bernard's Urgent Care.
And as you saw the live action right there during the middle of the break, a near interception as Westside tried to go for it and failed, and now the Rebels are going to get the football.
And I think that's something you probably have to do just to maintain possession of the ball. Unfortunately, it's when you're throwing the ball for Westside, that's not what they make the bread and butter off of. But it's a good attempt, and I like the aggressiveness by Coach Engel.
Quick pass over to the right side of the field, and it will go out of bounds, but a nice gain there for Wade Monroe.
Yeah, and Wade out of that little H-back position there, it's really probably an RPO, but one of those things where Austin, when he lines up, he sees the coverage. He's probably got a good idea of what he's going to do with the ball before the snap. There was a lot of area out there in the flat, so he makes that nice, easy throw.
7 minutes on the second quarter clock. Christie has time, a lot of time. He fires over the middle. That is caught and misses one defender. He will try to get through two more, and somehow they still don't bring him down. He's headed to the end zone, and a touchdown for Highland. Keegan Statler refused to go down, Coach.
Yeah, that's just an outstanding athletic play. I mean, to catch the ball, immediately go backwards, get stopped, almost upended, but catch yourself with a hand, and then get yourself in the end zone. Just phenomenal play. Good throw by Austin Christie. It's a great little post route by the slot receiver, but you're seeing Keegan Statler and doing Keegan Statler things.
Absolutely. I mean, I actually think there were a couple defenders that missed once, got a chance to get back up, and they missed again.
And I think probably a defender may have stopped when he saw, Keegan start going down, thinking that he was going to be down, and then he jumps right back up.
They're going to try to go for two. Going to roll out to the right. And now he's going to just try to take it himself. He slides, and he got it. The two-point conversion's good. It's 20-0 Highland, 6:41 to play. We'll be back here in just a moment.
At Gateway Tire, we go the distance.
Think you have a brake problem? Do you hear a grinding or squeaking noise? Or does your steering wheel shake and shimmy when you apply the brakes? Worse, your vehicle doesn't stop when you need it to? If so, Gateway Tire will do a complete brake inspection at no charge, as in free. And if you do need brake service, you'll get $20 off per axle.
At Gateway Tire, we go the distance for you.
We have returned to Westside. It is all Highland, 20-0, and really, Randy, their drives have not lasted long at all. Westside has had the football the majority of this game, but their drives stall out, and then the Rebels, it's just simple. It just doesn't take them long to put points on the board.
Well, that's one thing that's been impressive so far for Highland is they've got a lot of different weapons that keep you honest, but then Keegan Stadler's kind of the dagger that can make the stab into the end zone.
That one collected at about the 10, and he'll be dropped at around the 28-yard line. So the Warriors will get the football, and they will once again try to go down the field with 6:34 to play here in the first half.
You know, one thing that, you know, Westside comes in here with one win, and it's senior night. I don't care what records are. You know, the game means so much to each one of those guys out there. When Highland came out on their first snap, that last possession, defensive line for Westside was fired up. It's fun to see that.
Well, and if I'm Coach Stowers, I'm wanting to challenge my defense right here to get Westside off the field quicker than they have. There's going to be a holding penalty. That one came a little bit later into the run, so it's going to back the Warriors up, and that is not the way they want to start the drive.
Definitely not a good start to this possession, you know, especially when you get a good gain out of it, but, you know, the slot back there on the edge, trying to give his guy room to run outside and just holds on to that block a little bit too long.
So that will back them up first down now and 20. 6:27 to go here in the second quarter. Highland up 20-0. The Rebels will take a little bit of time to choose a play. And not much for Westside.
Yeah, you know, Highland's done a really good job tonight. Their defensive front and linebackers are really controlling the line of scrimmage for the most part, really making Westside earn every yard they get. And when those penalties go against you, it's just a situation that is not good for Westside and puts them in, you know, a position where they have to break this formation with trips and do something they don't necessarily want to do.
And another man in motion. That one tipped and nearly fielded back by the quarterback and ruled an incomplete pass.
You know, I don't know who on Highland's defensive staff coaches defensive line, but, you know, obviously they hadn't worked on the tip drill this week. You know, I say that in jest because that's something they're not going to do, but we probably saw about 4 people touch that ball before it hit the ground.
Sure did. 5:24 on the clock. Looks like a similar play. They're going to roll it out to the right. Thrown and intercepted, and he's going to take that to the end zone for a pick 6. Touchdown, Rebels.
And Ronnie Brewer right there, he's got 5 interceptions on the season, make it 6 now. And he takes that one in, you know, for a touchdown. And again, it goes back to Westside being forced into, long yardage situations that doesn't, you know, it just doesn't go well with what they're trying to do offensively. And you know, you kind of see what happens when you get put in that position.
All right, well, I imagine they will go for 2 again. They've done it 3 of the 4 times tonight.
And I'm betting Coach Stowers is thinking of how he can get to that, 35-point mark.
They're going to go with a straight run up the gut, and it is no good. It is no good, but it is 26-0 Highland. You're watching the Suncom Media NEA Sports Network.
Southern Home Healthcare is your on-call home health care provider. Practically any home medical supply or service you need, you will find at Southern Home Healthcare. They feature home oxygen, walkers, wheelchairs, CPAP machines, braces, and more. And if you can't come to them, they'll come to you. On call 24 hours a day, 932-0990, 2925 South Caraway Road. Southern Home Healthcare, solutions for your home healthcare needs.
We have returned to Westside. They're trailing in this ball game 26-0 with 5:17 to play. You know, Randy, when we knew coming into ball game, weeks ahead even, that this was going to be a tall task for the Warriors. Highland's just been really, really good. They were good last year. It looks like they're better this year. And it's just one of those things. And Coach Engel is a guy that has had tremendous success. As a matter of fact, you could argue he's had more success than anybody in this school.
Yeah, unprecedented success at Westside, no doubt.
That's fielded and turned up. Finally dropped as he crosses the 40-yard line. And that's
Tyson Young.
He's got speed, man.
I really like Tyson Young. He's long. He's athletic. I saw several times this week where he can make some plays when he's gets out in the open field. I don't know where he kind of fits into the game plan, but I really like that young man.
Yeah, he's one of those guys that you want to see get the football because he's got some potential to explode. And he's out there all by himself. Far sideline, that's who they're going to try to get the football to. They do. Nowhere to go that time as he was met by 2 defenders. They put 2 on him.
That's one of those plays, though, that it's a 3-yard gain. It's not necessarily how Westside typically does it. But if you do that enough, soften the defense enough, make them play horizontally, then that opens up some more running lanes inside. And gets back to what Westside really wants to do.
4 minutes, 42 seconds on the second quarter clock. Rebels still have plenty of time to get their play off. 20 seconds, that is. Warriors. Dodson looking to throw. He's going deep downfield, and it is incomplete.
And you kind of could figure that is coming with they faked the play that they've thrown to Tyson Young several times, hoping to get the go route behind it. The old Fox play that everybody says you dink, 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 and then finally you take that shot deep. Again, incomplete, but now Westside is throwing some things out there that is going to make Highland try to figure out, do we take an extra lineman out, which would go in Westside's favor, or do we maintain this? We'll kind of see as we move forward.
4:23 on the clock. This time they go the handoff, and he's met behind the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a loss on the play for Neely.
Yeah, and it looked like Cole Boyer there on the tackle, and I don't know if from a linebacker / safety position, it looked like a blitz call from Highland, and just a great call by the defense coordinator to make that play in the backfield, and that's going to bring up a punt for Westside.
Three minutes, now 45 seconds, and you are right, they will punt here on a 4th down and 9 play, giving the Rebels a chance at the football again. That's not a bad punt, had good hang time on it, and it's going to go out of bounds around the 30-yard line.
Yep, and now we're 3:32 to go in the half, and we'll see if Highland can try to get 2 possessions in this half. They've scored quickly so far. We'll see what Coach Stowers and offense do right here, if they keep trying to do the quick passing game or if they rely on Keegan Statler. One thing that I think you will see at some point is a fake to Statler, a lot of times on a little power read, and the quarterback keep it. And that's just enough of a deception that could be Highland's favor.
Man, it's incomplete. And pass was intended for Nate Huckabee.
Yeah, and that's the shallow screen concept where you can't block downfield unless the ball's behind the line of scrimmage or a guy has caught it. The shallow screen allows the guy to come across the field, stay behind the line of scrimmage, and catch it while people are blocking. And just unfortunately, they didn't connect right there.
A quick score update, Valley View 14, Nettleton 7, and 1:40 to go in the first half. There's a quick pass over to the sidelines, complete, and that is not going to be a first down, but it's a nice pickup.
Yeah, nice little throw and catch on a hitch route on the outside there to the single receiver. Now it brings up a 3rd and 2, and for Westside, you got to get Highland off the field, try to get the ball back and get some points before the half.
Christie goes handoff to Statler. Statler just waiting for that number 66 to set the additional block, and what a huge gain and run by Statler.
And that's just an outstanding job there by number 66, Jonathan Stikes. Getting out front, getting downfield. That's the old buck sweep that you would see in a wing T offense, but Coach Stowers brought it to the gun, and it shows patience by Keegan Statler too, waiting on that block.
Well, obviously we know he can outrun 66 in a race, but at the same time, had to have that patience to allow that play to develop, and it worked.
Right. Here's another little hitch route on the outside to the single receiver. Could be setting up a little hitch and go at some point. Just kind of methodically working their way downfield. Now they're, 2nd and short near the red zone.
Got an interesting chant going on here by the Rebel fans in the stands. Got a lot to cheer for right now. There's a pass over and complete. A nice arm.
Yeah, he does have a nice arm, and you understand why Coach Stowers went with the sophomore at quarterback. That's just a little RPO action. They fake counter one way. Austin Christie reads the pass, throws it out there. Now we're secure in the red zone and seeing what can happen here.
Quick pass to Statler. Statler going to turn it up. Statler is got the first down, and it's going to be 1st and goal for the Rebels.
Yeah, 1st and goal for the Rebels from the 4. It'll be interesting to see what happens here, and if if Coach Stowers wants to go for 2 again.
Christie's going to try to keep it. He's going to be short, but he will get a gain. Maybe down all the way to the 1.
Yeah, and it's probably not bad for Highland there to not get in. It allows the clock to run a little bit more. They know they're going to get the ball to start the second half. Run some clock, give Westside very little time after a possible score here, and get into the half.
Minute 28 on the clock, 20 on the play clock. Christie out of the gun. Statler in motion. Bad snap. Christie in trouble. Shakes 2 defenders. He reaches across. Touchdown, Highland.
And that's just a great athletic play by Austin there, where he, it's kind of a busted play, a drop snap. It looks like they're trying to run the quarterback power they ran earlier with the 2 backs leading up in the hole, but it forces him away from the blocking, and he makes a man miss and then gets the ball across the goal line.
Well, it looks like they will go for 2 again to try to make this a 34-0 football game. Pass to the end zone, and the 2-point conversion complete to Huckabee, and it is 34-0 Rebels here on the Suncom Media NEA Sports Network.
Westside Athletic Booster Club. We're the team behind the team. Becoming a member of the Westside Athletic Booster Club is a rewarding and valuable contribution to the Warrior Nation, our school, and most importantly, our student athletes. The purpose of the club is to promote athletics at Westside High School in an atmosphere that is consistent with the educational philosophy of the school community. Check out our Facebook page for more information on how to become a member. Westside Athletic Booster Club. We're the team behind the team.
We have returned to Westside, where the Rebels have completely dominated this first half, leading at 34-0 with 1:12 to play. Just 1 point shy of getting that running clock rule into effect for the second half, but the Warriors will get the football here on the kickoff.
Now you got to wonder what Coach Ingles thinking right here. Do you want to put the ball in the air or try to run the clock out?
Well, they'd like a big return right here to begin with, and they're not going to get one. As a matter of fact, that's probably going to be the worst field position they've had on a kick return in this football game. That's
and right
the
there, Tayson Brink on the tackle. Just a great open field tackle. It's one-on-one, and he gets them down. And now you got to think Westside's going to run the ball and get to the half and regroup.
1:06 on the clock. It does look like they are set to run the football.
And that's Calais Takanong again. He's an outstanding player. Size, he's got some quickness. I think he's got a bright future ahead of him.
He was at Media Day this year. I got to spend a little bit of time and talk with him. Nice kid, well-mannered, very humble, it appeared. He's got a career beyond high school in this sport. Ensign that time has the football. He's stuck once but stays on his feet, and it's a gain.
Yeah, and just to kind of go back to kind of what you're saying about Calais Takanong, one thing Coach Stowers mentioned just when I was talking to him on the field before the game is how much these guys like being around one another. And that kind of lends itself towards a special season when you got talent and you got good chemistry. That's when it's fun to coach. And
spins forward, big gain there for Dodson. And that will actually end the half. They blow the whistle and play dead. And we will go to the halftime break with the Rebels leading it. No, correction, we're going to go down on the field to Steve Clayton. I apologize for that. It is 34-0 in favor of Highland. And just a quick reminder that we have Coach Brad Brannon on as the halftime guest. Steve Clayton sat down with him. He is the new head coach of the girls here at Westside, and looking forward to listening to his interview and a new take on things as the coach at Westside and taking over going back into the girls. Here down on the field is Steve Clayton.
They wanted to do, they were unable to overcome penalties, that and a pick six and a late score, and we'll have a very quick second half of football here at Warrior Field.
America is a great country. It's a country that believes that its former Olympic athletes should lead the parade. It's a country that looks and admires the dedication and the athleticism of the participants. And it's a country that never mocks our religious symbols. Here at the Central Dealerships, we support our great Olympic athletes and we support our great nation.
Locally owned and operated since 1885, Barton's is your hometown building supply store, serving communities in Arkansas and Missouri. Barton's is here to help families and DIYers, contractors, and builders build it better with quality in-stock products at a great price. Our experienced store representatives provide free project measurements, design services, estimates, and convenient delivery. Visit your hometown Barton's or shop online at bartons-lumber.com.
At Glen Sane, we are now getting Chevrolet Silverado inventory to prove to our customers we can save them money. We've been one of the largest GM dealers in the area for many years, but we know we've been missing Chevrolet customers. We're serious about selling Chevrolets. We don't add packages or dock fees, just low prices. Listen to me on this. Save money and you get the Glen Sane service at any of our 3 locations. Glen Sane, and God bless our troops.
If it seems like our roof raider trucks are everywhere,
well, we kind of are.
at Roof Raiders, we're always helping our customers and our community. We're always on call, always on the move, always on top.
Whatever might happen next. If Gavin gets a sudden fever, if Dad hurts his knee, or Gabby isn't quite feeling like herself, St. Bernard's Urgent Care is here for them, and here for you too. From real-time online wait times and extended hours to expanded services, we will never stop advancing urgent care that really cares. St. Bernard's Urgent Care.
At Gateway Tire, we go the distance.
Think you have a brake problem? Do you hear a grinding or squeaking noise? Or does your steering wheel shake and shimmy when you apply the brakes? Worse, your vehicle doesn't stop when you need it to? If so, Gateway Tire will do a complete brake inspection at no charge, as in free. And if you do need brake service, you'll get $20 off per axle.
At Gateway Tire, we go the distance for you.
Southern Home Healthcare is your on-call home health care provider. Practically any home medical supply or service you need, you will find at Southern Home Healthcare. They feature home oxygen, walkers, wheelchairs, CPAP machines, braces, and more. And if you can't come to them, they'll come to you. On call 24 hours a day, 932-0990, 2925 South Caraway Road. Southern Home Healthcare. Solutions for your home healthcare needs.
Westside Athletic Booster Club. We're the team behind the team. Becoming a member of the Westside Athletic Booster Club is a rewarding and valuable contribution to the Warrior Nation, our school, and most importantly, our student athletes. The purpose of the club is to promote athletics at Westside High School in an atmosphere that is consistent with the educational philosophy of the school community. Check out our Facebook page for more information on how to become a member. Westside Athletic Booster Club. We're the team behind the team.
Hello everyone, welcome to Halftime. Once again, I'm Steve Clayton, joined by one of my favorites. Coach, you're a legend in my mind anyway. Coach Brad Brennan is now the head coach here for girls at Westside, but you have a long, stellar history. Talk to us about your coaching history.
Well, it started a long time ago.
Not as old as I am, so be careful.
It's year 26, but I volunteered with Jay Cook at Brooklyn. From there, I went to Mark McCord student taught, and then I went to Bobby Gross as my first job, junior high, and then I went to Hughes for a couple of years. Great experience down there, and I coached girls at Wiener for 3 years. Great experience down there. We went to the state tournament a few years, made it to the semifinals 1 year, and then after that, moved over to Bay, and was there for 18 years, and just had a good run there in the early 2010 to 2017. We went to the finals 5 different times, won it 4 times. In that 7-year span, it was fun basketball. I can tell you that.
Well, you and I talked off air. You were under some great, tutors in your head coaches that you were under. At least they could play basketball, I know. But you had a phenomenal run at Bay. Talk to us about some of your championships at Bay, some of your favorite teams.
Well, it's hard to pick a favorite, but they all, the first one always stays with you a lot because it was the first time you actually won.
First state champion.
Right, first state championship. The first year we made the finals, we actually lost, and I had that team come back, and we went back to the finals and won it, and that was special. The way that group did it was special. It was more, grind it out, play good defense. That was just it was a different group, and then you flip it around completely for the next time. And we really didn't have a post player in that next one we won. We played 5 guards pretty much, and they could all shoot it.
As soon as you cross half court,
they could light it up. And I had multiple players hit 10 plus threes in a game apiece throughout that year, and we won that one in 2013. And there wasn't much defense being played on that one. It didn't seem like, but we could score so many points. It was really fun to be a part of that too. The next two. We had a stellar player in Colton Watson in 2015, and he could any night go for 40 or 50. That group was really special in the way that we had 5 players scored 30 or more points at one point during that year. Jonathan Crane, Dustin Utley, Tyler Pritchett, Colton Watson, Taylor Lane. They all scored 30 plus at some point during that year. They could really score it, but they liked the defensive end too. They got after it. We had big kids, 6'4", 6'5" kids inside, and then we had the guards on the outside there. That year, I always remember telling my assistant coaches, we just can't get in the way and screw this one up. So, that's how good I thought that team really was.
Well, they obviously were not scared to shoot it.
No.
I know it's a big transition back to girls basketball here at Westside. Stay right there and we'll talk about the Lady Warriors under Coach Brad Brandon after these words.
America is a great country. It's a country that believes that its former Olympic athletes should lead the parade. It's a country that looks and admires the dedication and the athleticism of the participants. And it's a country that never mocks our religious symbols. Here at the Central Dealerships, we support our great Olympic athletes and we support our great nation. America is a great country. It's a country that believes that its former Olympic athletes should lead the parade. It's a country that looks and admires the dedication and the athleticism of the participants. And it's a country that never mocks our religious symbols. Here at the Central Dealerships, we support our great Olympic athletes and we support our great nation.
Locally owned and operated since 1885, Barton's is your hometown building supply store, serving communities in Arkansas and Missouri. Barton's is here to help families and DIYers, contractors, and builders build it better with quality in-stock products at a great price. Our experienced store representatives provide free project measurements, design services, estimates, and convenient delivery. Visit your hometown Barton's or shop online at bartons-lumber.com.
At Glen Sane, we are now getting Chevrolet Silverado inventory to prove to our customers we can save them money. We've been one of the largest GM dealers in the area for many years, but we know we've been missing Chevrolet customers. We're serious about selling Chevrolets. We don't add packages or dock fees, just low prices. Listen to me on this. Save money and you get the Glen Sane service at any of our 3 locations. Glen Sane, and God bless our troops.
If it seems like our roof raider trucks are everywhere,
well, we kind of are.
At Roof Raiders, we're always helping our customers and our community. We're always on call, always on the move, always on top.
Whatever might happen next, if Gavin gets a sudden fever, if Dad hurts his knee, or Gabby isn't quite feeling like herself, St. Bernard's Urgent Care is here for them, and here for you too. From real-time online wait times and extended hours to expanded services, we will never stop advancing urgent care that really cares. St. Bernard's Urgent Care.
At Gateway Tire, we go the distance.
Think you have a brake problem? Do you hear a grinding or squeaking noise? Or does your steering wheel shake and shimmy when you apply the brakes? Worse, your vehicle doesn't stop when you need it to? If so, Gateway Tire will do a complete brake inspection at no charge, as in free. And if you do need brake service, you'll get $20 off per axle.
At Gateway Tire, we go the distance for you.
Southern Home Healthcare is your on-call home health care provider. Practically any home medical supply or service you need, you will find at Southern Home Healthcare. They feature home oxygen, walkers, wheelchairs, CPAP machines, braces, and more. And if you can't come to them, they'll come to you. On call 24 hours a day, 932-0990, 2925 South Caraway Road. Southern Home Healthcare, solutions for your home healthcare needs.
Westside Athletic Booster Club. We're the team behind the team. Becoming a member of the Westside Athletic Booster Club is a rewarding and valuable contribution to the Warrior Nation, our school, and most importantly, our student athletes. The purpose of the club is to promote athletics at Westside High School in an atmosphere that is consistent with the educational philosophy of the school community. Check out our Facebook page for more information on how to become a member. Westside Athletic Booster Club. We're the team behind the team.
Welcome back to Halftime. Once again joined by Brad Brandon, the head girls coach here at Westside High. Coach, a big transition coming from Bay boys coach for 18 years, I believe you said, to a girls coach. Talk to us about the biggest transition in that move.
Well, I go back to coaching girls at Wiener. Those girls taught me a long time ago that in coaching girls basketball, if you try to win games, you're going to lose their heart. But if you try to win their heart, you'll win a lot of games with girls.
Great comment.
Yes, and you know, we lived that when I was there, and I transitioned that to Bay, and we talked about a lot, and we've talked about that here at Westside so far. And you know, the girls' relationship with me is, as long as it's great, I think we'll win a lot of games. That's the biggest transition, is getting them and myself on the same page and a great relationship.
Talking specifically about the Lady Warriors this year, who can we look for as far as not just starting five, but players for the Lady Warriors?
Addie Montgomery would be our leader out there. She's a point guard. She's a returning starter. I think she started some last year. You know, we'll look for her to handle the basketball most of the time and make decisions for us. The surprise is going to be Izzy Wolf, I think. Post player. she is going to be, she's my kind of player, the mismatch, the one who can play inside, the one who can play outside. She can shoot it. She can also post up.
What kind of size is it?
She's probably about 6 foot.
Okay.
And, she'll always draw that post player so we can pull her out and let her play a little bit. I'm really excited about basketball for her this year. Other than that, we have, a lot of shooters around them. We have a lot of athleticism. My sophomores are very, very, very athletic. They won, I think, the conference last year as 9th graders. Really athletic. Got 2 girls one of them that won the state championship in senior high last year as a 9th grader for the high jump. And, just very athletic. We're going to press, get up and down a little bit. We're going to play quite a few people. I think we have the team that can play 8 or 10 people.
I know you like that. You like getting there with no doubt. Coach, talk to us about your schedule and the 4A3.
Schedule's pretty tough. Start out, we go Salem, Greene County Tech, Batesville, Manila, and Batesville Southside. That's a pretty tough schedule to start out. Yeah. But I want these girls to understand where we need to get to, the level at what we need to get to, and all those coaches that we're playing right there are really good coaches, do a great job. Our conference has 6 teams in it. Don't know a whole lot about it. I know Highland got a girl back, going to be a good team. Brooklyn's always good. I really don't know much about everybody else. It's just one of those learning experiences. Going to try to look at some film. Been finding a little bit here and there on internet and stuff, trying to figure out who's what, but kind of hard to tell right now. Going off word of mouth.
Word of mouth. I know you won't be unprepared though. You're a great coach. Coach, I wish you the best of luck. Enjoyed visiting with you. That's Brad Brandon, the head girls coach here, and I say that. I have to think about it before I say it, but the head girls coach here at Westside High School. Stay right there. We'll be right back for a little more halftime and then the second half kickoff.
For over 20 years, Central Dealerships has partnered with Suncom Media and NEA Sports to bring you live coverage of sporting events in Northeast Arkansas. From heated rivalry games to conference showdowns along with playoff championship action, Central Dealerships continues to showcase the best games that NEA has to offer. Remember, when shopping local, Central Dealerships have played a huge role highlighting local players. Just like Suncom Media and NEA Sports, Central Dealerships puts NEA student athletes first.
Locally owned and operated since 1885, Barton's is your hometown building supply store, serving communities in Arkansas and Missouri. Barton's is here to help families and DIYers, contractors, and builders build it better with quality in-stock products at a great price. Our experienced store representatives provide free project measurements, design services, estimates, and convenient delivery. Visit your hometown Barton's or shop online at bartons-lumber.com.
At Glen Sane, we are now getting Chevrolet Silverado inventory to prove to our customers we can save them money. We've been one of the largest GM dealers in the area for many years, but we know we've been missing Chevrolet customers. We're serious about selling Chevrolets. We don't add packages or dock fees, just low prices. Listen to me on this. Save money and you get the Glen Sane service at any of our 3 locations. Glen Sane, and God bless our troops.
If it seems like our roof raider trucks are everywhere,
well, we kind of are.
At Roof Raiders, we're always helping our customers and our community. We're always on call, always on the move, always on top.
Whatever might happen next. If Gavin gets a sudden fever, if Dad hurts his knee, or Gabby isn't quite feeling like herself, St. Bernard's Urgent Care is here for them, and here for you too. From real-time online wait times and extended hours to expanded services, we will never stop advancing urgent care that really cares. St. Bernard's Urgent Care.
Hello, everyone. We're getting ready to start the second half here at Warrior Field. 34-0 right now. The powerful Westside, they had some good stuff going in the first half. They have to build on it. But unless they can figure out a way to stop this very potent Highland offense, we'll be in the mercy rule pretty quick. Highland will receive the second half kickoff.
Thank you, Steve Clayton. Back up here, Ryan Fletcher joining me as always is Coach Randy Coleman. Coach, you go into the halftime break. You know, if you're, Coach Engel first, what do you go in there to say to those guys?
Well, the first thing is, you're going to talk about you don't have many of these nights left, and to enjoy it, to have fun, and go out and compete your butt off because, for most of those guys, if not all of them, they got 2 games left. They got 6 quarters of football left in their lifetime to play. So to go out and enjoy it, for Coach Stowers, you're talking about how important this first possession is, just so you can kind of, get the game, kind of sealed away where you can start playing some backup guys and rest your guys going into the Pocahontas game next week. So a different approach. I kind of wonder how aggressive Coach Engel's going to be. Do you start the half here with an onside kick? Or do you kick away and try to stop a Highland offense you hadn't stopped all night? It's just going to be interesting to see how this first 3 or 4 minutes play out.
Well, Coach Engel mentioned in the pregame show that they might throw a wrinkle at him, possible onside kick. Not here, though. They'll boot it. It's going to land and bobbled, and this is going to be now is going to turn it up the field down the sidelines, and what could end up being going all the way, Randy Coleman. That is crazy. It looked like it was going to be the worst return of the night. It turns into the best one. Touchdown, Highland Rebels.
You see that a little more frequently than you think when there's a bobble on the back end and kind of it causes those guys in their lanes on kickoff coverage to relax, kind of think, okay, we've got this guy sealed in. He's outside the numbers. We think that we've got him sealed off, and then, one missed tackle, and he gets the sideline and then takes it to the house, and now we're going to get the mercy clock.
Well, and how about that? Ronnie Brewer now with 2 touchdowns tonight.
Yeah. And in kind of impressive ways where you get the pick 6 and now you get the kickoff return. And it's not the first time he's dropped a return and then made something good out of it.
Yeah, it's just one of those special nights right there. And the extra point attempt is no good. It's 40-0 Highland here on the Suncom Media NEA Sports Network.
It's hard to get to the top. But how do you stay at the top? Hard work every day. Central Dealership has the same philosophy. I'm Austin Reeves, and I'm proud to be part of the Central team.
We have returned here to Westside, score 40-0 Highland, and what a way to open the second half, Randy.
Well, Highland gets their wish early, kind of gets the clock running, and it's already running. And, they're going to get out of here in a short night, try to get some other guys playing time. But, from Coach Stowers' perspective, he can still go in with a little fire because they are unsuccessful on every PAT tonight. So he's got something he can harp on going into the week.
There's going to be a flag on the play. It'll put the ball at the 35. Is that right?
Yeah, it'll put it at 35 unless they elect to make them kick it again.
And they could do that.
And it looks like they're going to bring their offense out. You hope Westside gets something going here in the second half to get some points on the board. Looks like Coach Stowers is probably going to bring his first defense back out for a possession or so, just to kind of keep the fitness part of it going, and then I bet we'll start seeing a lot of subs early.
That one's going to go for a loss. Handoff went to Bo Watson.
And, we mentioned, Aiden Garner earlier on the buck sweep that Highland ran, getting downfield, blocking for Keegan Stadler. There he gets in the backfield. So it's fun watching these guys that are two-way players make plays on both sides of the ball, especially those linemen that don't get a lot of pub a lot of times.
Time it is quarterback keeps, and he goes nowhere, and it's going to be 3rd and long.
And that's Calais talking long again, making the tackle for loss. Again, that guy's had a great night up the middle. He's very impressive. Good quickness for such a big guy. They got him listed right here at 6'2", 253, and he's every bit of that.
And maybe a yard, Randy, but not much to show for it. 3 and out for the Warriors.
Yeah, and I bet they keep the offense on the field right here. Looks like the punting unit's coming out. You just hate that for Westside. Those guys have been playing hard all night and done a lot of good things. It just, unfortunately, there in the first quarter when they really controlled the clock, they didn't get any points on the board. And now they're kind of putting a come-from-behind situation that is futile.
That one's going to roll out of bounds, and the Rebels are going to get the football. And at this point, Randy, you've got, I'm going to say it, they've got the game won. The clock's going to run. You're up 40. The worst possible scenario is getting one of your players hurt. And they don't want anybody to get hurt, but especially a key player that you need going into the final week of the season into the playoffs. So if you're Coach Stowers, do you run a whole new unit out there, or what do you do?
I think I would probably keep my offensive line out there, keep my quarterback out there, but not put him in any situations, and then I would sub everybody else. But it looks like Keegan Stadler's still out. And here's the buck sweep again.
Look at him go down the sidelines, and he'll go out of bounds. He'll just walk out of bounds. And another huge gain. Keegan Statler has lit up the scoreboard tonight, especially in total yards.
There's no question, the big touchdown reception on the great athletic play. He's probably pushing 150-plus running the ball, and I think he's done for the night. Taysom Brink is in there now at running back.
Pass is overthrown and incomplete, and we got a live look in. That is over at Valley View, a 14-7 football game. That's courtesy of the Blazer News Network. And you see Nettleton and Valley View. That is what most considered to be the premier game of the week. And in a close battle, Randy, and one thing to make note of, Drew Gartman, who's been best offensive player in Northeast Arkansas, was injured earlier in the football game. I don't have much detail on that. I certainly hope that he is going to be okay, though.
Yeah, and they barely got the punt away right there. So it's going to be interesting to see how that one comes down the stretch. But we're going to see some Taysom Brink right here. Nope.
Pass, quick, complete.
And I think you're going to see Coach Stowers. You know, I know a lot of people may be saying, why are you throwing the ball up 40 with, 4:50 to go in the game? But he's throwing it to people that haven't got probably touches very much. That pass was thrown to Carson Stanford, who's a sophomore. So, and we forget that Austin Christie's a sophomore. So, I bet you're going to see a lot of people get touches that don't necessarily get touches very often.
And scrambles, somehow evades the sack, and then turns it into a gain. Christie is just tough to bring down, and he maneuvers his way out of so many tackles.
He really does, but as a coach, that when that play happens, I'm sitting there going, oh my gosh, look.
Here's another run up the gut. Cut back, headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Highland, and a touchdown for Taysom Brink.
Yeah, and I one of the games I watched this week leading up to tonight was the Cave City game that Highland won, I think 49-7, and Taysom Brink played most of the second half in that game. And he's a quality running back, not nearly as big as Keegan Statler, but got great quickness, good balance. I think he's a good player, and we're going to get to see him showcase a little bit tonight.
At the extra point right here, it is no good again. 46-0, Highland. We will take a break and be back here in just a moment. Back in a live look in at Jonesboro, and courtesy of the EAB Sports Network, Jonesboro beating El Dorado 14-7, Randy, in the third quarter.
Yeah, and it looks like El Dorado is just getting inside the red zone, El Dorado's offense. And one thing, when we went to half here, I flipped it over on my phone to the Jonesboro-El Dorado game, and El Dorado got inside the 10 right before the half, but did not get a timeout called to attempt a field goal right before the half, so went without any points, and that may come back to get them.
All right, well, we will kick off here. Westside. That one gets by returner. It's going to go into the end zone. It'll be a touchback, and just got around Caden Purvis.
Yeah, that old little oblong ball with points on the end sometimes takes some funny bounces, and that one changed directions a couple times and got into the end zone for a touchback. Be interesting to see what Coach Engel does right here.
Well, and one of those scenarios too. If you got a senior that you want to get in a ball game, maybe to get a touch, get a carry, something like that, throw a pass to. Is that the time now to do that on a senior night?
I definitely think you would think about it. I'm one of those that every snap, every quarter, every half, every game's important. So you want to let those guys who have put in so much time and effort over the course of, the last 6 years to finish out their senior year.
There's a live look in Brooklyn and Paragould, EAB, Brooklyn Media Productions, and I can't talk. The Bearcats leading 27-7. Much needed win there for the Bearcats if they can hold on in the 5A East.
Yeah, and I think they're still fighting for a playoff spot. So each Friday night's big here on out for them. Just try to get into the tournament. We got a 3rd and long here when we come back from the end of the quarter.
So we will take a break, and we'll be back here in just a moment.
Locally owned and operated since 1885, Barton's is your hometown building supply store, serving communities in Arkansas and Missouri. Barton's is here to help families and DIYers, contractors, and builders build it better with quality in-stock products at a great price. Our experienced store representatives provide free project measurements, design services, estimates, and convenient delivery. Visit your hometown Barton's or shop online at bartons-lumber.com.
I know the EV autos are new and customers have a lot of questions. The EVs can be perfect for some customers, but they hesitate to buy one. Listen to this. The all-new Chevrolet Blazer, over $50,000 price, you can lease for as little as $399 per month. You will have questions and we can give you the details. This is the way to drive a new EV for $399 per month with a small initial fee. At the end of the lease, turn it in. Glenn Sane, and God bless our troops.
Back here live at Westside, it is Highland Rebels leading this one 46-0 as we start the 4th quarter. Of course, the clock will continue to run. Warriors have the football. 3rd down and 7. Now look to throw. Going to fire a jump ball, and it's caught. How about that? He's going to try to head to the end zone. Can the Warriors find their way in? He's going to steal. He's got one man to try to beat, and he won't quite get to him. The defender slowed him down to help get another person over there, but Caden Purvis comes away with the biggest offensive play of the night for the Warriors.
Yeah, that's it's 70-plus yard gain right there. And really, Gavin Dotson stands in there with pressure in his face, makes a great throw, big catch by Caden Purvis, and now Westside's really threatening for the first time tonight inside the 10.
Well, let's see if the Warriors can put one in the end zone right here. And whistles are being blown. What do we got? I'm just trying to get everybody set.
Yeah, I think they're trying to get the chains set over here.
Well, they had a long way to go. And a flag. They're going to say it's offsides.
Yeah, offsides on the defense. So now we're going to have 1st and goal from about the 3. So hopefully Westside can punch it in right here. It'd be nice to see a senior, get in the end zone tonight.
Yeah, the poor chain game's probably not in the same shape as some of these football players that were rushing down there to try to get a playoff. So 10-15 to go here in the final quarter. Warriors looking for their first score of the night. And will they get in? They do. It is a touchdown for Westside.
Well, good for Westside to punch one in the end zone. I don't care who you are. Anytime you score a touchdown, it's going to be a big memory for that young man. And, it's good for Westside here on senior night to get in the end zone.
Now they will attempt the extra point. Extra point is up and no good. We've yet to see one by either team tonight. We will take another break. It's 46-6 Highland here on the Suncom Media NEA Sports Network.
If it seems like our roof raider trucks are everywhere,
Well, we kind of are.
At Roof Raiders, we're always helping our customers and our community. We're always on call, always on the move, always on top.
Oh, wow. We have returned to Westside, and we're going to try to do another live look-in. It's been quite a couple of updates over in Valley View. Nettleton tied it up 14-all, and now the Blazers quickly respond. It's 21-14 as Valley View comes running off the field. Randy, I was saying to you off air, that game, I don't care how good one team is and one team isn't, or whatever the circumstance, that game always is close, it seems like.
That's what's great about rivalries.
Yeah.
You know, you love to see, especially those, in-town games,
Yeah.
and, kind of watching, as we flipped it over there, Drew Gartman goes into the end zone on that run, so he's battling through the injury but still fighting, and then you saw Daniel Cole running off the field limping, so, Valley View's got their work cut out for them, but another good Nettleton Valley View game.
Uh-oh. I got a couple kiddos fighting over here on the sideline, but they're all right. They just will shove, nothing too much, and Rebels are going to get the football here. Yeah, obviously talent has a lot to do with, outcomes of football games and the way seasons go, but you got to have a little luck, and a lot of luck involves guys staying healthy.
No doubt. I coached for, 25 years, 17 as a head coach, and there's a lot of times where, the ball and the injuries just don't go your way. And you try to teach those kids that, you're gonna face a lot of adversity in your lifetime, and it's how you respond to it.
All right, we're going to timeout. We'll take a break, and we'll be back here in just a moment.
Whatever might happen next. If Gavin gets a sudden fever, if Dad hurts his knee, or Gabby isn't quite feeling like herself, St. Bernard's Urgent Care is here for them, and here for you too. From real-time online wait times and extended hours to expanded services, we will never stop advancing urgent care that really cares. St. Bernard's Urgent Care.
Randy, we were talking about, staying out of the injury bug and that sort of thing, and I can think back to a number of games that we called for you over the years at Jonesboro, and I can probably say this to you now without you punching me, but I feel like we were at some of those games where you had some some of those things happen where players went down, and I hate seeing that. I want to say twice we watched your quarterback go down at times. Thankfully, you always had an arsenal over there. But
yeah, and everybody works the same, and everybody prepares the same, and those kids, when they get their opportunity, it's good to see what they can do.
Right.
But you like having your good players out there as a coach.
Big play there for. Help me out here.
That is a number that we do not have.
No, we don't.
Nope.
So it's number 18. Good for him.
Nice little run around the edge there. That the buck sweep again. Some pin and pull action that Highlands put in tonight. So it looks really good what they're doing. They've got a big game next week.
This time is going to be a carry for Stanford. Oh, excuse me, that's Tayson Brink. And he will pick up a few.
Yeah, he picks up about 8 on the gain, or 7. And, again, just not very big. He, on the program, they got him at 5'7", 146. But definitely has some quickness and some toughness, and it's good to see that young sophomore getting some playing time.
5 minutes, 25 seconds to play, and we may not get another commercial break. I do want to remind everyone we have not one but 2 games next week, as it's the final week of the season in what many call rivalry week. On Thursday night, we will have the EPC Warriors taking on the Mark Tree Indians. Looking forward to that one. And on Friday night, we will have the Walnut Ridge Bobcats hosting the Hoxie Mustangs. And we got another play to right here. Trying to get through around a block, and
it's number 18 again.
Yeah.
Number 18
I apologize that we don't have a name for number 18. That's what we're just going to have to refer to him as. He is number 18.
And, he's had a couple of nice carries.
Yeah.
And it's fun to see these guys. I mean, there's guys running in and out on every play. And so you're seeing a lot of guys get stats that don't get much during the year, and they're making the most of it.
Tayson Brink, he's small, but he can go. There's a flag late, so it's probably coming back.
Yeah, I'd say that's coming back for a hold, but again, you're spot on. Tayson Brink's got some really good quickness, and
live look in at Wynn and Harding Academy. And Harding Academy beating Wynn 20-11, 4:47 to go there in the third quarter. That's a nice graphic they've got right there, though. I'm going to say that's courtesy of Yellow Jackets broadcast.
And that's a big one for playoff seed, too. If Wynn could somehow come back and get a win, it helps their chances to sneak in the playoffs.
Pass thrown, a dart, and then he's hammered but caught. And that catch was made by another player we don't have, number 0.
Number 0. You start to wonder if these might be some ninth graders that they've moved up.
Yep.
And good throw and catch, but we've got a penalty. Looks like another hold, and it's
going to negate the play.
It's coming back. We got 2:38 remaining in the game tonight, so when that clock starts running, it makes this half go by very, very quickly. It is 3rd and 32 here tonight, and it's now we're getting close to, we're under 2:15.
Scrambling now, gonna get, that's a good tackle right there. Good job by Gavin Dodson, quarterback.
Yep. And just an all-around good player.
Yeah.
And
well, we've watched a time or two tonight. Austin Christie kind of shake and bake around some guys, and he wrapped him right up.
Yeah, Austin Christie, sophomore.
Yeah, that's impressive.
It is very impressive to see what he's doing, and you get to see, Highland's got a lot of really good senior players, but they've got a good mixture of sophomores and juniors. So, the success they're having this year, they may keep this going.
Booming punt, which is not really something we've seen Highland do tonight, but based off of that, they got a pretty good punter.
Yep. Now we're closing in on 1 minute left in this ball game.
That we are, and a quick half. Of course, the clock has ran the entire time as we are approaching about 10 minutes until 9 o'clock. There's another live look in. The Blazers leading at 21-7. 1:35 to play there in the third quarter.
And it looks like they're putting a little drive together, moving down in Nettleton territory, and kind of late in the third quarter, that could be a big score to go up.
Well, and
go
Drew
by 2
Gartman
touchdowns.
has gone back into the game at times, and They need him right now. They win tonight, they secure the 1 seed and the hosting home playoff game.
And I think, if I remember right, with the 1 seed, if they would have every game at home until through the semis, which would possibly lead to a showdown of Parkview at Valley View in the semis.
Yeah. Which is one of those things now with the time has now officially ran out, and it is a final score, Highland 46 and Westside 6. We're going to go right down to the field now. Steve Clayton for player of the game.
Hey, I'm here with Suncom Media, NEA Sports MVP Ron Brewer. Ronnie, most people dream about a kickoff return for a touchdown and a pick six for a touchdown, but you got them both in one game. How's it feel?
It feels great. I mean, it's not just about me, though. I had some of the linemen blocking for me on that pick six, and then on the kickoff return, I had players blocking for me left and right. All I had to do was go down the sideline because they had everybody blocked pretty much.
Now, you don't know, but Blytheville and Pocahontas are tied right now, 14-14. No matter the outcome of that game, next week is for second place against Pocahontas. Talk to us about that game.
Well, I mean, I hope Pocahontas wins just so that, because, I mean, they're our rivals. I just hope Pocahontas wins. Now, do I want Blytheville to win? Yes, because it's also Pocahontas. But, no, I want Pocahontas to win so that we can go out and beat them and everything.
Hey, Ronnie, great game. Go celebrate with your team. I appreciate you. That's Suncom Media, NEA Sports MVP, Ronnie Brewer. Randy, back to you in the booth.
Well, you got to love that interview with Ronnie. First off, tried to give, again, credit to his teammates, and then you got to love the answer he gave. He wants Pocahontas to win because he wants that win to mean even more next week, Randy.
No doubt. You love that. and I think he was pretty spot on, because if both teams get the win tonight, like Highland, if Pokey can pull it out, then that game next week will be huge.
Well, we want to thank everyone for tuning in tonight. I want to thank the Westside Schools for having us here. We always enjoy coming out, and we'll be back here, I'm sure, for basketball season for the boys and girls. So for Steve Clayton out on the field, for Randy Coleman up here in the booth with me, I'm Ryan Fletcher saying so long, everybody.